Hello friends, Rebel Leader here, and welcome back to What Remains of Edith Finch. Not What Happened to Edith Finch. Sorry, I've been mispronouncing it this whole time. I hope you all are having a great day, but I am going to turn the music down a lot. No offense to the music, but I got several copyright claims on that. Well, not claims, but like, you know how... Well, if you don't upload videos on YouTube, you wouldn't know, but they will say, hey, you have copyrighted music in here. You can't publish this. And I had to learn how to edit, which is no big deal. I mean, I need to know how to edit anyway, but I would just rather keep that from happening. But we have found all of the members of our house now. We just learned about Lewis. May he rest in peace. He had a great imagination and just... So now I'm not entirely sure what happens next. I don't know how close we are to the end. But we're at pretty much the tip. Would rather not fall. Pretty much at the tippy top, we found all the people. I am unsure what happens next. Do I need to go back? I'm gonna go back in just to make sure, like, there's no video, there's no voice prompts or any letters or any sayings of myself in here. Make sure I didn't need to pick up any. Oh, here we go. This is the correct way. Oh, that was a little jumpy.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing.
And that's when they left.
She
the
waited
house.
until the day before we left to tell Edie.
I bet that was hard on Edie. That looks safe. I will not be going that direction.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
I mean, how are you supposed to tell your grandmother we're either gonna leave you alone in this giant house by yourself, or we're taking you away from the house that you've lived your whole life in? Both of those things are incredibly difficult to do. And, I mean, how do you tell her?
I wish we'd stayed.
Is that, packing peanuts, I think? Oh. Crunch. This is Milton. This was the other brother that got missing.
But I understand why we left.
There's too many memories, I'm guessing, of all the boys and all the death in the house and Oh, me. Sorry, I just saw the E first. Is this my room? Prayer. Dawn Finch. Oh, her mom wrote a book. Cool. Oh, this is her mom's room.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
This is her mom's room. This is her mom's new room. Okay.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
Oh, mom leaving.
Maybe it should have come sooner.
This is my room. So I had the best
But it
room in
had
the
to
house.
end one way or another.
Oh.
All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
You do have an awesome room. Love all the books and the... Okay, so is this it? Is this what remains of Edith Finch? Of what happened? Edith. Oh, I was crawling. Okay. A feather pen.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Grandma Edie is not taking this lying down. I wonder if she might have poisoned herself on purpose, as sad as that is, but
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
of course she
Or
did.
that Edie had a key to it.
Okay, can I get in there? Sweet. What an awesome library.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
So does the quote-unquote curse activate once you know the story?
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Grandma Edie's not gonna go to no nursing home, I can tell you that much. History of the Finches by Edie Finch.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night,
Flashback to
the
a flashback.
tide went way, way out.
Okay. I like your writing, Grandma Edie. Great
It was
Grandma
the
Edie.
first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean.
So does that
They
mean there's a
called it
tsunami coming?
The lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful.
Oh, I'm sure all the
No.
dead fish and...
I've seen that house every day of my life.
Are we gonna go visit the old house? Sweet.
But I never thought I'd go back to it.
Maybe Grandpa... Great-great-grandpa Odin.
When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Oh, no. I'm just gonna keep going straight.
I got turned around.
How? Oh. A rock. Okay.
For a while, I wandered.
Am I just gonna wander here?
I started seeing things.
What's in this fog? Grandma, what you smoking? Still going in a straight line, right? It's so muddy. One would assume the...
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
a bed?
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends.
Wheelchair?
That night, a
Cupboard?
lot of things came back to me.
Whoa. This is all really well preserved considering it was at the bottom of the ocean
Or maybe
for a while.
I came back to them.
Does this gate still work? Sweet. It's not rusted at all. makes sense.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go!
Mom, don't do
I
that.
kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
Mom?
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
No! Great Grandma, come back!
The next morning,
Mom?
the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
Yeah,
After that, we moved around a lot.
I'm sure. I wanted to see what was
We
in the
both
old
tried to make
house.
the best of it.
Oh, I'm sure. That must have been hard for you. Losing two brothers. I don't know where your oh yeah, your dad
A few
passed
years
away,
went
too.
by.
What? Do I?
My mom didn't like to talk about it,
Do I gotta shake?
but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
Oh, that's kind of creepy.
She got better for a while,
Okay, there we go.
and then she didn't.
Hmm.
And then I was alone.
Ooh.
The last Finch left alive.
That's an ominous
Until I found out
rumble.
about you.
What?
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes
I don't like how ominous this sounds.
and appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
I don't know if this
This
is
journal
safe
was
for
supposed to
YouTube
be
or
for
not.
you. But now I hope you'll never see it.
Is this her
I just
kid?
want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
What?
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it.
What?
It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
So she was 18 years old. Wow. Wow. This was not as horror driven as Outlast was, of course, which I didn't expect it to be. Very story driven. But that plot twist at the end, I thought we were Edith this whole time. Maybe we were Edith this whole time. Got an achievement, yay. But now her son is here, exploring the house as well. I gotta say, it had me hooked the whole time. The music was good. And everything was so creative. Like, how the words were read, how you interacted with the stories, how Barbara's was a comic that you read, how everything was creative, and you got to see the snippets of all these characters' lives. And even though it was a teeny tiny 3-minute, 10-minute snippet of these people, you still felt connected enough to them that you felt an emotion when they passed away. Gotta admit, the Finch story is a tragedy from start to finish. Didn't start off well. Oh, the baby. With Odin, and all of them did not end very well. I wish better for them. But thank you for coming with me on this journey. I think this might be a shorter episode, and I don't know what I'll play next, but I'm glad you all made it here thus far. I care about you, and I appreciate you, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye, friends.